G'day, Brad here to walk you through just some basic aftercare tips for your pet hair eraser slim cordless vacuum. It's a pretty easy machine to maintain, so don't stress out too much. However, what you want to do once a month is just take your bin out and make sure you're giving the filter a good wash. This is pretty standard for most vacuum cleaners, so you're probably pretty aware that bagless machines just need their filters to be washed on the regular. Once a month is the rule of thumb. So your filter can be located at the top of the dirt tank. So to empty this, you're going to pull up, the clean slide will activate, so that will clean the shroud for you. You just take that and dump out the dirt. You can actually wash this container if it's starting to get a little grubby. You can give it a wash and just make sure it's thoroughly dry before you start using your vacuum again. Same with the cyclone shroud. You can actually wash and rinse this just under cold water under the tap is perfectly fine. But the filter, this is the important bit. So you're just going to twist that and then pull up, and your filter is located here. It's a sponge filter and there's two parts to it. So there's that more coarse top filter and the sponge. Just rinse this under the tap, give it a wring out and leave it to dry for about 24 hours, and then you can pop it back into the top of the lid there and just do the reverse. So you're going to pop your shroud back into the container, push down, make sure everything's lined up and secure, and then pop this back in. Once a month is generally what I would recommend you do that. Just to maintain the suction of your vacuum cleaner. There is a post-motor filter at the back here that you should be aware of. Just keep an eye on it. You shouldn't need to wash it, but perhaps once in a while, take the grill off, take the filter out, and just make sure it's nice and clean. If it is dirty, give it a rinse and then leave it to dry thoroughly before popping it back into the machine. The other thing that you should check with your vacuum regularly is your brush roll, just to make sure that's all functioning as intended. Grab the floor head, detach the pole, bring your floor head up here. If you ever need to remove the brush roll to maybe wipe out the cover, if that's looking a little sad and grubby, you can actually undo these little screws here just with a butter knife or a coin that will fit in there. You're just going to twist, and there's little symbols that say lock and unlock, and it's the same over here, just like that. These little plates are going to disconnect. So you get your finger under there and you're just going to lift up and that will come away. There's your belt, and then we have the other one on the other side. You're going to lift there. So this is great to do occasionally. If you're a busy household and you have a lot of dirt and debris going on, you can actually take the brush out and you can give it a wipe down if you want to. Just with a damp cloth is perfectly fine. And then in here you can do the same just to clean out any debris or bits that might be in there, making your vacuum look a little bit odd. Now, you just do the reverse. Just make sure you grab your belt, line up the little teeth. I'll do that again so you can see. Look at that. You're going to pop that into there, and then you're going to stretch the belt a little bit, and then pop your brush roll back in, and just make sure everything is lined up. There's a little piece here you need to be aware of. All right, so just make sure that's spun around a little bit so that you can actually fit the brush in. It can be a little tricky, but it's pretty simple to do. Then you're going to pop your plates back on, just pretty much the opposite way that you took them off. He says, that way. There we go. And then you're going to do up your little lugs. Where's my knife? There we go. Just make sure they're in the unlock position, and now twist them so they're secure again. And there's your brush back in. So that's the basic maintenance of the Pet Hair Eraser Slim. Pretty simple to do, but it all helps just to make sure that your machine is functioning as normal. And of course, you'll get your wall-mounted charger, or you can charge it just from the cable running straight into the vacuum there. So check it out at bissellshop.com.au or head to your nearest electrical retailer.